When I first started here, one thing they said was you'll get to learn your passengers. I'm from the city. I grew up in the city, and I never once remembered not one of my bus drivers the entire time. But in this town, it's different. You see the same people. You pick them up. You take them to work. You take them to school. You see them every day. You learn their schedule almost as much as yours. When a person's missing, you notice. You know, we're literally a part of the start and the end of people's days. You know, we have a rule here. If we take you to work, we're going to bring you home. And I think that's the important part of what we do here.
What are your biggest challenges at work?
Biggest challenge is that work-life balance. I'm somebody who loves to volunteer, to be out making a difference in the community, and I can't do that while working here given the current work-life balance. I can't, all I can do is drive.
You know, the earliest person is here at 4:15 in the morning, and we could be here as late as 2:30 in the evening, I believe is the last bus. So we fulfill that part of life, so that means that our part of life and our home life is interrupted. A lot of people come here and they leave because we need them to be here for their 6th day. So even though you're scheduled for 5 days, coming in that 6th day consistently has caused people to not stay. And I think that ultimately the fix to that is to get to the staffing levels where we don't need to do that to people anymore.
When I first got started, we had a decent amount of staffing. And there was a time period where I worked no overtime and did not get mandated. And since then, the likelihood of me having to come in on my day off has gone up tenfold. And, you know, it really starts to wear on you.
Are your wages sufficient to live in Tompkins County?
When I first lived around here, I lived 30 minutes out. And then I came to the realization that I was better off buying, but I wasn't going to be able to buy in this county, period. And so at that point, I decided to go back to Binghamton, and you know, I was able to own something. And I realized I really can't own anything in this town.
The MIT living wage calculator says it's over $24 for a person without any dependents. And for the work that's being done here, for the level of safety that these drivers have to do their jobs every single day, the mechanics have to do their jobs every single day, the community relies on that as well. They are not adequately compensated.
What do you want to see in your next contract?
In my opinion, the only way we're going to get enough staffing to where we need to be is we have to start poaching from other positions, from other companies here. And the only way we're going to do that is to incentivize people with financial incentives, because we can't promise a work-life balance when we have to be here to provide that. So all we have to do is incentivize people to say that it's worthwhile sacrifice.
I mean, retention, I think, once we get them in the door, we have to hold on to them. And I think that's where the work-life balance, making sure that people have time off to take care of families, to have outside interests, to just be more than a cog in the machine.